Hey everyone, welcome back to our Crypto Talk. Today we're diving into the major events in the world of crypto and we'll be ranking them on a tier list. So we've got 5 tiers basically: goated, top notch, good, mid, and bad. So I guess they're self-explanatory and we're good to go. So yeah, let's get started. So our first event is the creation of Bitcoin in 2008 by the mysterious and legendary Satoshi Nakamoto, as we all know. You guys know this was the beginning of the entire cryptocurrency movement, right? You know, he introduced the concept of a decentralized digital currency and no questions here. I mean, the creation of Bitcoin is definitely goated. So I feel it goes straight up to the goated tier. Basically, it laid the foundation for everything that followed, right? I mean, it's more or less like the Big Bang of crypto. So yeah, go straight up to the goated category. Next up, we have launch of Ethereum 2015. Okay. So yeah, as you all know, Ethereum was launched in 2015 by Vitalik, which introduced smart contracts and apps. So yeah, pretty cool. I feel Ethereum's launch is definitely goated. It also goes straight up into the goated category. It basically opened up a whole new world of possibilities in the blockchain technology. And yeah, I mean, most of you would agree with me. I mean, almost all of you would agree with me on this. Ethereum goes straight up to the goated category. Yeah, so next up we have the FTX collapse. So for someone who isn't aware about what this was, in November of 2022, there was a major centralized exchange, crypto exchange called FTX, which filed for bankruptcy following a liquidity crisis and allegations of misuse of customer funds. Bad days, man, bad days. FTX collapse goes into the bad tier, straight up goes into the bad tier. I mean, it was a significant blow to investors' trust. I mean, it just sucked, man. It sucked big time. And it basically, effed up the entire centralized exchange model. And for that reason, FTX goes straight into the bad tier. Next up, we have Bitcoin halving 2020. Sweet. That's sweet. That's kind of sweet. The Bitcoin halving in May 2020 reduced the block reward from 12.5 to 6.25 Bitcoins, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, it was pretty good. Not gonna lie, it was pretty good. So it was a real significant event for Bitcoin's economics, but also, it happens every 4 years. So yeah, it goes to the good tier. Absolutely. Bitcoin halving 2020 goes to the good tier. Nice. Next up, we have Genesis block 2009. So I hope most of you know about the Genesis block. So it was basically the first block of the Bitcoin blockchain mined by none other than Satoshi Nakamoto himself on 3rd January 2009. So basically this marked the start of the Bitcoin network, and the Genesis block for me is another goated moment, and it's the little birth of the blockchain technology, man. It has to be in the goated tier. So it goes to the goated tier straight up. Next up we have Mount Gox Hack. It was a major setback, happened back in 2014 with over, 850k Bitcoin lost. And this event was highlighted by the security issues in the crypto space. So not good memories for people. So yeah, goes into the bad tier. It was a massive blow to the credibility and security of cryptocurrencies. So goes to the bad tier. So next up we have Bitcoin hits $20,000 in 2017. So, Bitcoin hitting 20 grands, that's nice. That's top notch, actually. So, yeah, it also marked a peak in the public and media attention, which was really good for, Bitcoin and the crypto space as a whole. So, yeah, this event should surely go into the top notch category. So, Bitcoin hitting 20 grand is a top notch event for me. Go straight up there. Next up, we have the DOGECOIN Craze. Oh, 2021 days, man. So, basically, in the early 2021, most of you guys, must be knowing about it. So there was a group of retail investors on platforms like Reddit who, sparked the Dogecoin craze, the Dogecoin movement, I must say. So it was originally a meme. It was a meme coin, and the price surged by around 10,000, 11,000% in just a few months. And Elon Musk also played a pivotal role in that by repeatedly tweeting about Dogecoin, He used phrases like Dogecoin to the moon using that rocket, and good old days, man, good old days, So yeah, he was quite openly expressing his support for this meme coin, Dogecoin. So Dogecoin surely goes to the good tier for me. Dogecoin goes to the good tier. While it showed, community power, social media influence, but then it was just another hype. And I am personally a big fan of fundamentals. I don't jump onto hype trains much. I'd add much after saying I don't jump onto the hype train. So yeah, good tier is fine for the Dogecoin craze. If you disagree, comment down below and tell me that, yeah, you disagree with me and it should be higher or lower or whatever. So yeah, next up we have the emergence of altcoins 2011. So basically what happened initially was there was just Bitcoin, there was just Bitcoin, and altcoins started popping up in 2020, in 2011. The first altcoin I remember was Namecoin, which was followed then by, I guess, Litecoin. So it diversified the crypto market and the altcoins were born. So this is a good event, a top-notch event, in fact. But I feel it was more of an evolution rather than a revolution. So altcoins expanding in the market goes to the good tier for me. For me, it goes to the good tier. So it's followed by the DAO hack 2016. Yeah, in 2016, the DAO hack led to, the loss of 60 million in Ether, which resulted in a hard fork and the creation of the Ethereum Classic, the very infamous Ethereum Classic. So yeah, I'm kind of confused in this one. Where should I rate it? But I'd rather put it in the bad event because it was significantly a security breach that led to the major split in the community. So yeah, goes to the bad tier for me. So yeah, next up we have Bitcoin reaches $1,000 back in 2013. Yeah, so Bitcoin just had hit $1,000 in 2013. It was a milestone, It signaled public interest and adoption. So yeah, Bitcoin hitting $1,000 is a top-notch event for sure. It was a huge moment for mainstream awareness. The guy who sold, I guess, 10,000 Bitcoins for like a pizza. So he might have, just started regretting it when it reached $1,000. So yeah, it was a big event. It was a huge moment for the mainstream awareness. So next up we have the first Bitcoin transaction 2010. So yeah, he's here. The dude is here. So basically in 2010, the first commercial Bitcoin transaction took place when this dude bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 BTC. And yeah, it's now, even celebrated as the Bitcoin Pizza Day every year. So yeah, this event surely goes into the top-notch category for me. Because it's iconic and basically showed Bitcoin's real-world application, but not quite impactful as its creation. So yeah, the top-notch is fine for the first Bitcoin transaction for pizzas for 10,000 BTCs. Crazy. So next up, we have the ICO boom 2017. So basically what happened was in 2017, there were many projects who were raising funds through initial coin offerings, which brought massive growth and speculation to the market, which I feel was good, but it also invited a lot of scams and regulatory scrutiny to the space. So more good than harm. So for that reason, ICO boom 2017 goes to the good tier for me. Next up, we have the Bitcoin ETF approval 2024. Yeah, 10 years after the first spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund application was filed in the US, the SEC finally approved spot Bitcoin ETFs on January 10th, 2024. And many of you guys must be thinking that I'll put it in the goated category or in the top-notch category, but I'll put it in the good tier because, yeah, it's a step towards mainstream acceptance, but then it's not as impactful as direct Bitcoin adoption, I feel. So still, there's a long way to go, and yeah, a good event, a decent event. So yeah, goes to the good tier. Next up, we have institutional investment of 2020. I remember this, major institutional investors, including companies like MicroStrategy, Tesla, they began investing heavily in Bitcoin. even today, while I'm recording this video, Michael Saylor has bought another, 11.9k Bitcoins, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, that's crazy, man. They're still buying Bitcoin on dips. So yeah, it was a top-notch event. I feel institutional investment is a top-notch event. So basically, it brought a new level of legitimacy to Bitcoin when, it was kind of a validation for people that, oh, these big players are, buying Bitcoin. So yeah, it must be good. So this goes to the top-notch category. Institutional investment goes to the top-notch category for sure. Next up, we have Bitcoin Ordinals 2023. I feel Bitcoin Ordinals enabled the creation of, NFTs on the Bitcoin blockchain. But then, yeah, for sure, it expanded its use case, but then it hasn't had a massive impact yet. And I don't feel it's going to, like, for some time maybe. So mid-tier for me. It doesn't interest me. Mid-tier, straight up. Next up, we have the Ethereum merge 2022. So yeah, Ethereum, transitioned from proof of work to proof of stake back in 2022, September 15th, 2022. It basically improved the energy efficiency and, it reduced the energy consumption by around 99.95%. So it's a top-notch event. Basically, it's a top-notch event for me. It's a major technical upgrade, So yeah, if I had to, just explain it to someone who is new to crypto or maybe not in crypto, I'd say, you just exchange your old truck for a Tesla. So that's how smooth and efficient it is now after it switched to the proof of stake model. Next up, we have the NFT boom 2021. BAYC, crypto punks and whatnot, man. The NFT boom in 2021 was, it's so digital art and collectibles selling for millions. Like all celebrities were in it, buying NFT for millions and billions of dollars, It brings back a lot of memories for me, So yeah, good tier for me. It was huge, It was huge. Every celebrity, Justin Bieber, Kanye West, everyone, every freaking one was into NFTs back then. So yeah, I cannot directly put it into the mid tier. So yeah, I have to, decide between top notch and good. But yeah, for me, good is fine. So basically, it brought back blockchain to the mainstream culture. So yeah, it also had its share of speculations and scams. So good tier is fine, I guess. So yeah, next up we have El Salvador adopts Bitcoin 2021. This is one goated event, man. This is one goated event. And El Salvador, it became the first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender in September 2021. And that's just commendable. So not commendable, goated event. So this straight up goes into the goated tier. This was basically groundbreaking, national level adoption of cryptocurrency. Now some people will say Bitcoin, not cryptocurrency, but yeah, I hear you guys. So El Salvador adopting Bitcoin goes to the goated tier. Next up, we have our final event, which is the Luna and the UST crash 2022. Yeah, the crash of Terra Luna and its stablecoin UST back in May 2022. If I'm not wrong, it wiped out around 40 billion in market value, and it was a huge financial disaster that really shook the confidence in algorithmic stablecoins. And yeah, it was really bad. It was really bad. So yeah, Terra Luna and the UST crash go straight up to the bad tiers. And I wish we had ended this on a good note, but yeah, it's fine, man. It's fine, So that will be our tier list for today, That will be our tier list for the major events in the crypto world. So do you agree with the rankings? Do you disagree with the rankings? Let us know in the comments below. And also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also push on that notification bell for future updates from our Crypto Talk. And I'll catch you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye.